I used to be a member of the Trapdoor Spiders, and the Trapdoor Spiders were formed from a group of science fiction writers who lived in New Jersey. I lived in Rumson, New Jersey, which is sort of at the heart of the whole community there. And Isaac Asimov, L. Sprague de Camp, and various people, fantasy writers and science fiction writers, formed that group. And it was a very interesting group because you had to be a science fiction writer. And I wanted to join it because I love these guys, And they made an exception in my case, except that I had written 2 science fiction stories when I was a kid, and that made me eligible. I don't know how good they were. I still have one of them written away someplace, but maybe we won't examine that in detail. However, I did join the Trapdoor Spiders, and during 2 sessions of the Spiders, we had L. Ron Hubbard grace us with his presence.
What was your impression of Hubbard?
He smelled bad. He was very drunk. He had bad breath as well. And he was not a very nice man. And frankly, everybody else at the meetings ignored him. They just shunned him. They didn't want to talk to him. He wanted to press himself on them all the time. He was always trying to get into the conversations. But he was not a very agreeable person. He was so full of himself.
What did you say? What year was this? 51, did you say?
I think it's the year about the year 2, I think. It's a long time ago. I'd have a hard time. I'm very bad on dates. I apologize for that in advance. But I lived in New Jersey when I was in my early 30s and such, about 60, about 1960 or so.
Oh, okay. So this is well after Dianetics.
Oh, yes, after Dianetics.
And Scientology had already been started.
Yeah. And he kept on trying to make speeches to us that we should all start a religion. You're writing for 2.5 cents a word. That's ridiculous. You can make a fortune. You can become rich overnight. And he always said one thing: never bring politics into your discussion of whatever your cult happens to be. He wanted us all to go out and start cult schooling. Maybe he intended to amalgamate them all under him or something. I don't know. But in any case, he said never bring politics into it. And then, of course, as soon as he founded Scientology, he brought politics right to the very top of it. And also he said religion is not something you should fight either. But Scientology is a religion. Very strange.